Why your brain misunderstands your own. I have you ever achieved something you describe wanted. You get the new job, you buy the thing you always wanted. You reach a goal you spent years chasing. For a moment you feel excited and then suddenly the feeling disappears. Your brain starts looking for the next thing, the next achievement, the next upgrade, the next reason to finally feel happy. But but if the problem is not that you do not have enough happiness, but if your brain simply misunderstands what happiness actually is. The human brain is designed to help us survive. It is constantly scanning the environment, projecting to future, identify threats, and searching for opportunities. But survival and happiness are not the same thing, and this is where the confusion begins. Your brain often tells you that happiness is waiting somewhere in the future. It says, I will happy when I become successful. I will happy when I make more money. I will happy when people respect me. I will be happy when I find the right relationship. I will be happy when everything finally goes according to plan. The problem is that your brain is very good at chasing, but it was never designed to remain satisfied for long. Imagine you have been dreaming about buying a new phone for weeks. You much revise your compare models. You imagine holding it in your hands. Your brain creates an emotional picture of how amazing life will feel once you own it. Then finally you buy it. For the first few days you feel excited, but after some time the phone becomes normal, the excitement fades, and suddenly your brain notices another phone, a better model, a new version, something else to chase. This is not because the phone stopped being valuable, it is because your brain adopted. Psychologists often call this phenomenon hedonic adaptation. When something positive happens, your emotional system gradually adjusts to it. But once extraordinary, the house you once dreamt out because your normal house, the income you once considered amazing becomes your expected income. The achievement you once celebrated become another them on your list. This creates one of the biggest traps of modern life. We keep trying to build permanent happiness for temporary excitement, and when the excitement disappears, we assume something is wrong. So we chase again more money, more success, more followers, more attention, more entertainment, more experience. But the cycle never ends because the brain does not just want happiness, it wants novelty, it wants stimulation, it wants progress, and sometimes it confuses all three. This is why social media can become so addictive. Every notification creates a tiny moment of anticipation. Every new video offering something different. Every like gives you a small signal that you are being noticed. But these moments are not the same or deep happiness. They are closer to craving reward anticipation. Your brain becomes focused on what might happen next, and suddenly the present moment feels boring. You are eating dinner, but you are thinking about phone. You are watching movies, but you are checking message. You are spending time with some you love, but your attention is somewhere. Your brain is physically present, but psychology waiting for the next reward. And this is one reason people can more comfort. The modern world give us unlimited opportunities for stimulation, but stimulation is not the same as fulfillment. Your brain may tell you that you needing something excited, but sometimes What you actually need is something meaningful. There is another reason your brain misunderstands happiness. It remembers emotional experience differently than reality. Think about a vacation while you are there. Not every moment is perfect. Maybe you get tired. Maybe the weather changes. Maybe you get lost. Maybe the hotel is not exactly what you expected. But later, when you remember the trip, your brain often focuses on the emotional highlights, the must, sunset, the laughter, the beautiful location, the special moment. Your memory creates a simplified version of the experience. This can make you believe that happiness resides somewhere in the past or future. You remember the good old days, or you imagine the perfect future, but the present feels ordinary, and ordinary start to feel like failure. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings your brain creates. It compares your real life to an imagined life. Your real life contains boring days, success moments, mistakes, and uncertainty. But the imaginary future contains on the best parts. So the future always look up. You imagine becoming successful, but you do not imagine the pressure that comes to success. You imagine becoming wealthy, but you do not imagine the responsibilities. You imagine being famous, but you do not imagine losing privacy. You imagine finding the perfect relationship, but you do not imagine the distance. Your brain is excitement and measuring rewards. It is much force at full emotional that why achieving your dream does not always feel the you expected. The goal was real, but the emotional promise you brain you made started and the leads to an important reason. Happiness is not permanent emotional state. No human begins feel happy all the time. All healthy life, including happiness, sadness, future. The goal is not eliminate negative emotion. The goal is to stop believing that every negative emotion means your life is going wrong. Sometimes you are not unhappy. You are simply tired. Sometimes you are not lost. You are simply going through a transaction. Sometimes you do not need a new life. You need a new relationship with the life you already have. This is where gratitude becomes powerful. Gratitude does not mean gratitude everything is perfect. It means turning your attention to realize what is the already. If you have 99 good things and one problem, your attention may immediately go to what the problem is. This is partly because the brain involved. But in modern life, this survival machine can become constant distraction machine. You can have a good career and focus on one person. You can have a loving family and observe over the disagreement. You can achieve learn goals. Think of the brain says, look at what's missing. Creativity teaches it to say, look at what's already here. At this shift can completely change your experiences of life. But there is something even deeper. Real happiness often comes from engagement. When you become completely absorbed is something meaningful, you stop monitoring your happiness. You are not constantly asking, am I happy right now? You are simply living. You are creating, learning, helping, building, exploring, connecting, and strangely, happiness often appears when you stop chasing it directly. This is why come some of the most satisfying moments in life are not moments of pure pleasure. They are a moment of meaning, finishing a difficult project, or helping someone who needed you, learning something that once seemed impossible. overcoming a challenge, creating something that did not excite before. These experiences may not always feel comfortable, but they can leave you with something deeper than temporary pleasure, a sense that your life matters. So the next time your brain tells you, I will finally be happy when I get there, pause, ask yourself, what if happiness is not waiting there? What if I am trained by brain to ignore the present while constantly chasing the future? Maybe the next achievement will bring joy. Maybe it will not. Maybe the next purchase will improve your life. Maybe it will become normal in a few weeks. Maybe your future will be better. May, but your brain will always find another future. There will always be another mountain, another goal, another problem, another level. But and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Growth is important, evolution is important, dreams are important, but you need to learn the difference between pursuing a better life and postponing your life. Your brain will always search for the next thing. Your job is not to stop it. Your job is to teach it when to stop searching and start experiencing, because happiness is not always the loudest emotion. Sometimes happiness is quiet. It is sitting with people you love. It is enjoying a simple morning. It is feeling proud of how far you come. It is being completely present in a moment that your brain would normally ignore. The greatest discipline plays in convincing you that happiness is somewhere else, in another city, another relationship, another salary, another achievement, and other version of you. But perhaps the real secret is this: your brain does not need a perfect life to experience happiness. It did to learn how to recognize the value of the life you already have. Because if you never learn that skill, you can spend your entire life chasing happiness without ever realizing that you.